Hi, I'm Gaia.
I am James.
Today we wanted to share with you about the principle of correspondence, which is one of the 7 universal laws of Hermetic philosophy. And this philosophy is the foundation and really the creation of alchemy. And so you may be familiar with this axiom, with this principle of correspondence. It says, as above, so below. As below, so above. As within, so without. As without, so within. One of the reasons why it's familiar is because it's used in so many different contexts, and that's because it is relevant in all of creation. It is woven into all of existence, and when we can understand this, we really start to unveil the mechanics of how to create and to manifest our own lives and reality. And so today we wanted to share exactly how you can use this principle in relationship with the equinox, this period of equal day and night, and the transition from winter into spring, and how you can use this in your life to create greater balance and inner light.
And so today we're sharing just one of these 7 universal laws. These laws way beyond the laws of mankind. They speak to the very fabric of reality. And as Gaia said, as we begin to understand these, we understand the blueprint, the algorithms that we're working with in our everyday reality.
And so we created a course, the Alchemy of Self-Mastery, and this course goes into each of the 7 universal principles. And we use practices and techniques and methods to really apply and integrate each of these different principles, each of these different laws. And so we're working with all sorts of different things like meditation, breath work, lucid dreaming, shamanic journeying, working with sound and sound vibration, mantra, how to create your own ceremony and ritual in a self-mastery strategy so that you can do exactly as James was saying, unlock the blueprint and really start to design and create the life that you wish to live. Today we're going to be sharing with you about this principle of correspondence, and I wanted to start with the first section, as above, so below. As below, so above. And I love this axiom. I love how it weaves everything together. It's so common to feel really alone and isolated on your journey, on your path, to feel separate from. And yet what this is speaking about is it says that when something shifts above, in our spirit, in the collective, in the stars, it also shifts internally. It shifts our mood, our energy levels, our emotions. And so you may have had an experience of that with full moon and feeling more energetic and more vibrant. When we can start to see, oh, there's something going on in astrology, or there's something going on in the collective. There's something going on in the seasons, like right now. And then you can start to say, well, what exactly is going on? You can observe and witness what these themes are, what these archetypes are, and then you can understand how you can align with it. Because if you can't read the signs and tap into this greater experience, it might consistently feel like you're struggling and swimming upstream and really fighting to try and create things or change things or heal things, when it's really just not its time. And instead you can harmonize with the universe, with spirit, and therefore unlock the experience of ease and grace. And you can actually come to harness this universal energy and bring it into your creations, bring it into your life, into your body, into your relationships, into your work, into your offerings. We share all about this in our course, The Alchemy of Self-Mastery, in a lot of detail. And I wanted to share with you now how you can start to experience and explore this with the equinox. So the equinox is an experience where the entire world has equal amounts of day and night. So that's equal hours of light and darkness. This is this play between the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark. And we are all being asked to witness our own inner masculine, our own inner feminine, the light and the dark within us. And so exploring the theme of balance. And for those of us that are in the northern hemisphere, like we are here, it's a time of spring. We're coming from winter, from the cold and the dark, into light and warmth and vibrancy, vitality. So the question is, how can we cultivate this inner light and vitality and life force energy? And so to really dive into this deeper, I've created a shamanic journey. And this shamanic journey is going to guide you to meet your higher self. It's to meet this above, to ask for guidance, for insight as to what you can do to cultivate and create greater balance and inner light within yourself.
Beautiful. Yeah, I would like to speak to the second part of this axiom. As within, so without. As without, so within. It's easy for many of us to relate to the idea of our outside environment, whether that's the weather, our family relationships, our work environment, or all of these things outside of ourselves, how they have a huge influence on the way that we feel. What I love about this principle is it empowers us to realize that it's both way around, that actually our inner experience really does affect how we see the outside reality. So an example of this might be, depending on which mood we are in, what the experience of our day is like. Or as we begin to empower ourselves, if we develop a practice of, say, meditation, we create more spaciousness, more peace within our inner landscape. And then, say if there is an experience or a trigger throughout the day, or drama in a work environment, we're far more capable of returning to our center and less likely to get caught up in the swirl of what's going on in our outer world. And this is far easier the more that we do it. In this course that we're speaking about, we share many practices where we can really cultivate our inner world so that we are less affected by the outside world. The more we do this, actually, it begins to ripple out. And not only does it affect our own reality, but it begins to ripple out further and affect those around us and the environment around us, really affecting what happens. This is the path to self-mastery. It's where we stop blaming what goes on around us and we begin to take responsibility, and therefore we also take for ourselves a lot more choice in what happens in our life. So how can we relate this axiom to the equinox? Right now we're moving into the astrological sign of Aries, which is all about our inner light. It's all about our passions. It's all about fire. You can really see this here in England with the yellow daffodils beginning to trumpet to celebrate out into the world. There's a quickening happening. And moving on from this equinox, we actually move into more light, more radiance each day. It's a time where I tend to sow seeds, and so we can ask ourselves, how can we begin to cultivate these qualities, this energy that is outside of us, both astrologically and in some parts of the world, in our environment here? How do we begin to cultivate this within? What seeds are we sowing? What do we want to bring more radiance to? How do we cultivate this inner fire? Well, to help you with this, I've recorded a breathwork practice, a very powerful practice to generate your inner fire. One that will help you bring more energy, more light. One where you can focus on the areas in which you want to grow in your life and bring more radiance to your day. So I would recommend trying this breathwork once every day for a week. And then once you've tried this to see what we've done within, you can begin to notice how does it affect your outside reality? How does this practice begin to ripple out into the world around you?
So thank you for taking this time to watch this video and to explore these themes, and we hope that you can go and carry this into your day and take time to contemplate some of the things that we've spoken about. And for the shamanic journey and the breath work, please just find the link that is found below, and it will guide you through into our website. Sending you lots of love and many blessings for your equinox. Thank you so much.